You never wear red clothes, right, Alan? You don't even own a single red piece of clothing, right?
What, red? Yep, I don't have any red clothing, I guess.
Why?
Oh, I guess I never told you why. Apparently, I don't look good in red or other such warm colors. Everyone around me says I look better in cool colors like blue, so that's how I've been dressing ever since.
I see. But my ex-boyfriend Louis looked so good in red.
Huh?
I unconsciously bought a red t-shirt that he would look good in. But I can't wear this, so why don't you try it on? If you don't want to wear it outdoors, then why not just wear it indoors?
I don't mind wearing it, but why do you have to bring up your ex-boyfriend?
Huh? There's no real reason. Why?
Even still, you talk about your ex-boyfriend with me and unconsciously buy something for him. It makes me a bit uncomfortable.
You're thinking too much into this.
Don't you realize that you talk about your ex-boyfriend every day?
I'm just talking about some memories that I have. No need to be so suspicious. Well then, I'll be at the shopping mall a bit longer.
Hey, Vicky.
What is it, Alan?
I'm currently on break at the office and
What?
the lunch you gave me? Why did you use Kimetsu no Yaiba Furikake?
What? You don't like it?
I mean, the Furikake is just regular Furikake, so I don't mind, but the things you put in my lunchbox, aren't these foods that one of the characters from the manga likes? The sweets as well?
Oh, well, you see, I remembered that my ex-boyfriend loved that manga. The character that loves those foods was my ex-boyfriend's favorite character from the manga. My lunchbox has the same stuff.
Your ex-boyfriend again.
Huh?
The reason you put so many sweets into my lunchbox, even though you know I don't like sweets, is because of your ex-boyfriend again, right?
Oh, but my ex-boyfriend would have loved it.
Yeah, but I don't love it. If the two of us ever have children,
Huh? Children?
there's a chance that you will continue unconsciously talking about your ex-boyfriend every day. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's why I always remind you about it, even though it may seem like I'm just being annoying.
I might be reunited with my ex-boyfriend, so it's fine if our children hear.
Huh?
What I'm trying to tell you is, I want to get back together with my ex-boyfriend, so I don't want to have children with you.
Hold on. Don't you realize that what you're saying is outrageous? Didn't your ex-boyfriend already get married? You said that yourself, right?
Yes, but according to information from a friend, it seems that he hasn't had children with his wife yet. Which means that if the two of them get divorced, I would get a chance to get back together with him. But if the two of us had children, all the business about custody of the children and bringing a child to another marriage would be a hassle, right? Which is why I don't want children.
What? Then why didn't you marry him in the first place?
Huh?
You keep talking about your ex-boyfriend because you still have feelings for him, right?
Ew, are you getting upset?
Anyone would be in my situation. Day after day, you keep talking about your ex-boyfriend. Have you ever thought about how I feel?
Ugh, you're such a pain in the ass. Don't be jealous of my ex-boyfriend. Always with your complaints. You're such a small person.
That's not the problem.
I can't help it. I only broke up with my ex-boyfriend because I found out right before we were about to graduate university that he hadn't found a job yet. It was about 2 years after that when I found out that he had started his own business while still a student, which means he never needed to find a job in the first place. If I had known that from the start, then I never would have broken up with him, and we might still be together to this day. Who knows? Maybe he still has feelings for me.
I'm impressed at how you can entertain such fantasies when he's already married and on a different path in life.
But there's still a possibility that he'll get divorced, right? Which is why I don't want you to talk about the two of us having children.
Then go to your ex-boyfriend then.
What?
I don't know how your ex-boyfriend sees you, but I for one have had enough. We're getting divorced. I'm thinking about getting the divorce papers from the city hall on my way home from work, but if you're ready to get divorced as well, then I don't mind if you begin the preparations. Well then, I'll get back to work.
Alan, I turned the divorce papers to City Hall.
I see. So you're okay with divorce?
Yep. Oh, I don't need any of your property. I'll pay for the alimony from my savings when I was single as well. I already sent you the money.
You seem quite enthusiastic.
You see, I had one of my friends who lives near my ex-boyfriend do some digging yesterday. She said Lewis was on his own the whole time and she couldn't see his wife. This must mean that marriage didn't go well and they got divorced. Or that at least they're living separately. It seems that I'm fated to be with him. It's fine if I don't work anymore once I marry him, since he's the owner of a company.
Is that so?
Well, I'll pack my stuff and go where he is by today. Thanks for divorcing me at such a good time. Bye! Lewis, aren't you coming home yet?
Who is this?
It's me, Vicky.
Vicky?
Come on, don't pretend you don't remember me. We went out until we graduated university, right?
Oh, that Vicky?
I'm so glad you didn't change your phone number.
What do you want with someone you broke up with years ago?
I thought that we could get back together, so I came.
What? I'm already married, you know.
I know. And you recently got divorced, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, so you're just living separately?
Well, yes, we are living separately, but we have no intention of getting divorced.
What?
It's been decided that we will move in with her parents. I haven't prepared to move yet because of work, so my pregnant wife moved there on her own first.
What? Pregnant? What are you doing? Don't you know that if you have children, you'll have to deal with stuff like who gets custody of the child and child support? It's going to be a real hassle. That's why I made sure not to have any children with my ex-husband, because we would eventually get back together. You just ruined all my efforts.
What are you talking about? To be honest, I have basically forgotten about you.
What?
Besides, I have no intention of getting back together with someone who didn't listen to a thing I said and just kept insulting me.
Huh? You're lying, right?
Don't you think it's only natural?
Come on, let's just talk for a bit, even once. You see, I got divorced just so we could get back together.
I don't understand in the first place how you ever thought that we would get back together.
I'll wait for you outside your room until you finish working.
Are you at a apartment right now?
Yep, I am. I'll be here until you come meet me.
I left that apartment 1 week ago.
Huh?
The contract renewal at the apartment was going to be at a bad time for me, so I'm temporarily living in a hotel.
No way! You're not here anymore?
I don't want you to come anywhere near me again, and I don't want you to contact me either. You're a nuisance to me.
You're joking, right?
I'm blocking you. Bye.
But this must be a joke, right? Louis? Alan, I realized since then that actually you're the one I love the most. I'll bring the marriage papers and come over, so let's be husband and wife again, shall we?
What? Jesus, you're back already?
Yep, I'll make all the foods that you like tonight.
I'm sorry, but that's going to be a problem for me.
What?
Wanting to get back together the day you got divorced is crazy no matter how you look at it. Besides, I have no intention of getting back together with you.
I promised to never talk about my ex-boyfriend again. That's what you're mad about, right? I talked to my ex-boyfriend just earlier, and he said that his wife is pregnant, which means that if they got divorced, having to deal with who gets custody of the child and who has to pay child support is going to be a hassle. He said we really couldn't come to an agreement, and in the end, he told me he didn't want to see me again.
Is that so? Even if that's the case, I'm 120% not getting back together with you.
Why? I said I wouldn't talk about my ex-boyfriend again.
But you're lying right now as to the reason he didn't want to get back together with you?
What?
Your ex-boyfriend Luis showed me the conversation you two had when you went to meet him.
Huh? You two knew each other?
What are you talking about? We all went to the same university, remember? I wasn't really close to Luis, but I had exchanged contact information with him since he was a friend of a friend. He just told me what had happened earlier. He even sent me screenshots of the conversation you two had. So I know everything.
Huh? No way.
Well, that's the situation. I have zero intention of starting things over with you.
Please, Alan. You're divorcing me over something as little as this?
The fact that you think this is just something little is proof that we can't make things work anymore.
Alan, please. I promise to change.
If you come, I'll call the police. I don't ever want to see you again.
What? No way. I have nowhere to go if you leave me like this.
I'm blocking you. Bye. It was about 3 months into our marriage when Vicky started to talk about her ex-boyfriend, Luis, every day. This is also about the time when Luis got married and a friend told her that he was actually the CEO of a company, according to Luis. Vicky has a habit of thinking that something that was once hers is hers forever. Which is probably why she probably wanted to get back together with me, even though I was already married when she found out that I ran a business. Also, it seems she went to meet Luis one more time after that, and this time the police came for her. Her parents were furious, and without a word they sent her to marry a distant relative of hers, a single man in his 50s. I have no idea why Vicky agreed to marrying him, but I guess I'll never be able to understand the way that woman thinks. Still though, I don't know what gave her parents the idea of making her marry this distant relative of theirs. Soon after, it was revealed that she was pregnant. Talking about this honestly makes me sick. But apparently this distant relative of hers, who is now her husband, plans on having 5 more children, which means that Vicky will be forced to spend the rest of her life raising children.
Hey, Nina. Is it all right to have a little chat now?
Oh, hi, Jessica. What do you want now?
You're always playing dumb, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
You know, I'm talking about the fact that I've made a meal of your husband. Or maybe I should say Matt has made a meal out of me.
Why do I get the feeling that the way you said that was just to lure me into a fight? You've already stolen my man. You don't need to rub salt in my wounds.
Ooh, look who's come out to play.
Why should I be careful with my words anymore? When we were friends, maybe I would have cared, but not anymore. You stole Matt from me. He was my husband, and I'll never forgive you for that. I thought life couldn't get worse than when my parents both died in that accident, but then you came along.
Oh, look at you getting all angry. You're just a crybaby with no parents to run off to. Matt chose me. No need to be so bitter about it. If you were just a bit more interesting, maybe he'd have picked you.
You're unbelievable. I don't think you realize that I know all about the stealing. I've had a camera in the bedroom for a while now.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the jewelry you would steal every time you'd get into bed. My bed with Matt. I noticed stuff going missing, so eventually I put a secret camera in place to get you on record. I ended up getting enough evidence that I can definitely get you charged, or you can pay me off. I'm surprised you thought you were getting away with it.
Wait, you have evidence?
Exactly right. And you better believe I won't hesitate to show it to the police.
Well, I'm sure we can find a way to settle it outside of court. I'm sure I can afford to pay whatever it is you want to keep it on the down low. And I'll give back the jewelry, of course. I guess you must be worried about how your life is going to change from now on. I think you have to remember that in the scope of our lifetimes, the amount of money I'll probably give you to keep quiet won't be enough to ruin my life or make yours.
How do you know?
What do you mean, how do I know?
How do you know it won't ruin your life?
Stop it! It's not fair to play so mean when I can't even see your face right now.
Clearly, this conversation isn't going anywhere. I'm going to hire a lawyer to sort everything out for me. Maybe conversation will progress with them.
Can't we just sort this out, the two of us?
I got in touch with a lawyer the second I realized Matt was having an affair, but that was for divorce things. But when I caught on to the theft, I realized that it would be good to get a lawyer involved in getting an out-of-court settlement. I think it's normal to go to a lawyer when things like this happen.
Ugh! I told you that I'd pay! Matt has money left over from when his parents died, which I'm sure will cover everything. He probably won't even miss that money.
We'll see about that. I'm just warning you, you should be prepared.
Yeah. Nina! Finally, I have the money to pay you. Matt transferred it to me yesterday. It's a bit annoying that I'm having to do out-of-court settlements with you and my ex-husband, but I can pay you both off in full. It's so different going out with a millionaire, isn't it?
Matt, a millionaire.
Yeah, he's loaded. Stop acting dumb about this just because you're jealous. It doesn't matter anyway, really. He's all mine.
He told you that his salary is $1 million a year.
Yeah, he clearly didn't tell you, did he? And that's not to mention the inheritance that he got from his parents. He got so much from that.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm the one that got inheritance this year.
No way! Why would you be the one to inherit his parents' fortune?
His parents.
Yeah, his parents died, so why would you be entitled to their money?
It's not his parents that died, it's the other way around. Didn't you read my message the other day? You and Matt don't talk a whole lot, do you?
What? You're joking with me, aren't you? Oh, you're unbelievable! You're just trying to throw me off here, I can tell. But I'm not the idiot you think I am.
I'm not calling you an idiot, I'm just saying you have this all wrong.
To be honest, I don't care what you're saying about that inheritance money. I've got a very wealthy man wrapped around my little finger, and that's good enough. His salary is enough for me to buy whatever I want.
I see. So that's the reason you stole Matt then.
You dangled him right in front of me. every time you turn up at events together, I just couldn't stand that you were with the hot rich guy. I had to have him, and now he's mine, and all his money too.
It's scary how calculated you are.
Anyway, how long do you plan to stay in that house?
What do you mean? I can stay as long as I want.
No, that's gonna be where Matt and I live together. Get out so Matt and I can start having fun all over the place. I don't know where you're from, if I'm being honest, but whatever part of the countryside it is, take the kids and go there.
That's a bit hard for me to do because I was born and raised in New York. Matt is the one that came from a small town.
Really? So whose house is that then?
It was my parents' house. They passed it on to me when they died.
What? No way. Stop joking.
I'm not joking.
What?
Have you two not spoken about that yet?
About what?
I think he intends to take you back to his hometown. It's what he told me yesterday when we met for the last time. Maybe he's intended to tell you soon? This isn't really for me to get involved with anyway. You two need to chat about it.
I see what's going on. I don't really want to move. But we'll be starting out newlywed life in a new house that's all ours. I bet you're so jealous.
I think that's enough for this conversation. Anyway, I have to take my daughter out to her dance lesson.
Is that the classic ballet you told me about before?
Yeah, that's it.
You have to stop! Those classes are so expensive. You should tell her she has to stop lessons. You shouldn't be spending all the child support on silly things like ballet lessons. If you keep that pointless spending up, then the child support might go bye-bye.
I don't care if you take the child support away. I can afford to pay with just my wage.
Wow, you have that good of a job?
I have to leave soon, so see you later.
Hey! Today's the day I moved to mine and Matt's new place. I'm so excited to see it. I wonder if it'll be a new build. I hope it has a walk-in wardrobe. He's prepared everything for it. I'm so excited to see.
You got your head in the clouds. I hope you survive there.
You're always speaking in these riddles, aren't you? OMG. OMG. Please help me.
What's happened?
Something weird has happened. Matt told me that we'd be moving into a nice place. But this is an absolute dive of an apartment. He's a millionaire. I thought he'd be able to afford anything.
I did have my suspicions when you told me he was a millionaire. Where did you hear that? Matt has never come close to being a millionaire.
But he told me himself. He said he earns $85,000 a month. 85,000 times 12 equals $1.2 million. So, he's a millionaire. Or is my math wrong?
Oh, I see what's happened here. He's on $85,000 a year, not a month. His old company went bust 2 years ago, so he's now just a temp working for an agency. So his yearly wage is $85,000, not his monthly.
But he works in stocks and shares and has investments in properties. How is he only on $85,000 a year?
The stocks and properties are me, not him. I won't tell you how much I'm on, but you can guess, I'm sure. I know his wage was definitely $85,000 a year before, but I think now you've moved back to his hometown, he must have given up that job.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, he's unemployed.
No. This is all just a bad dream. And this ancient couple has come along and told me that they're his parents and that they'll be living with us too. But it doesn't make any sense. They're dead.
I told you. Do you believe me now? This is all just rumors, but I heard that to pay for the lawyer bills and child support, his parents sold their house. But that wasn't enough. So they ended up using their pension money to help Matt. But now they're in a tricky situation where they've had to take out loans to make up the remaining amounts. I assume that because they don't have any money, they need to move in with you.
I don't understand all of this. Why did he tell me that his parents both died, one after the other, at the start of this year? And that he got all that inheritance?
I don't know how many times I have to tell you. It's my parents that died, and I'm the one that got inheritance.
So you're telling me that I've got to live in this disgusting apartment with an unemployed man and his parents? That wasn't what I wanted at all. If I knew this was what was going to happen, I should have just stayed with my husband. He's on way more than $85,000 a year. I'm going home.
Don't be stupid, Jessica. You can't just go back to your ex-husband. He doesn't want you anymore. Besides, your ex and your daughter don't live in the same house anymore.
Where have they gone then?
They took his mom and moved out of New York. He bought a new house in the suburbs so they could all live together.
Oh my God.
If they're going according to plan, then they've already moved into the new place.
So I don't have anywhere to go back to. My parents cut ties with me when they found out about Matt and I.
Well, you'll just have to carry on living with Matt and his parents, won't you? I can't imagine they want to live with you either, to be honest. But nothing can be done about that. They're penniless because they paid all those fees for you and Matt. You drove them to this. Let's be honest. You've ruined the retirement that they worked their whole lives to enjoy. I don't know about you, but I don't think after all that you can expect to be able to leave them. To be honest, now that I've seen you get what you deserve, I don't want to speak to you anymore. I'll be blocking you. Good luck with the rest of your crappy life.
No, I don't want to be poor.
After that, I heard about their situation from one of Matt's cousins that I became close to. Apparently, she was complaining, but didn't have a place to go. They started living with Matt's parents as planned. She finally realized that Matt wasn't the millionaire that she thought he was. It soon became clear that it wouldn't be easy to get by without working herself. Since the day after she moved to the new place, she took up a job at a factory doing admin during the day and then in bartending at night. But it serves her right for breaking up not just one, but two marriages in pursuit of money.